The first step when editing a product is to crop the shot. There's too much sky in this product, you want the soap to be more prominent. So I'll select the crop tool at the top there, and I'm going to select the aspect ratio. I want this for Instagram, so it's 1:1 square. And then just drag in to where I want the crop to be and move the product so it's positioned centrally. I can use the grid lines to help me get the right composition, let me match it all up exactly how I want it. Now I want to edit the light, which is down at the sunshine symbol down at the bottom. There's lots you can do here. I'm just going to start with exposure. Sometimes just pulling the exposure down just a touch brings more colour into your photo. And then pushing the contrast up obviously just gives you contrast between the shadows and the highlights, which makes your product kind of pop more. Up at the top you can see the shadow and highlights curve, and it's a really good tool to use. If you click on that, the top of the diagonal line is where the highlights are and the bottom is where the shadows, and then the midtones in between. What you do is put a dot at the top, drag it up a little bit, a dot at the bottom, drag it down a little bit, and you get this classic S curve, and that just lets your picture pop a bit more. Now I'm going to edit the colours. There's lots you can do here as well, but I'm just going to show you the colour mix at the top. This is the hue, saturation, luminance sliders, and I can target colours. I can click on the orange and boost just the orange colours, the saturation of the orange colours there. Or I can click on the red, and because it's a colour spectrum, if I pull the red, the hue of the red up towards the orange, that will boost the orange, and again pull the yellow down towards the orange, boosts it. Next I go to the effects window, which is the square with the kind of vignette effect, and I just want to give the picture more clarity, drag clarity and texture up to the right to make it stand out a bit more, and dehaze to the left to get rid of the haze. I always like to add a vignette, drag that to the left, and you get this dark vignette round the corners which just draws the eye into the product in the centre. I'm just going to fine tune the crop there because I don't feel it's quite centred enough. And then if you go up to the share button at the top in the middle and click on that, if you go to export as, you get lots of options starting with the image quality, so you can optimise it for your website or for sharing on social media so that it's not going to slow down your website loading time. Click on more options at the bottom and you can customise your name rather than just having the standard default JPEG file name. If you put in the actual name of the product, then it's going to be much better for search engine optimization on your website. So you can select a name with descriptive keywords that are going to help you show up on a Google search and bring your product to the forefront. You can also add a watermark if you wish, which is good for sharing on social media, just to identify the photo as you being the original source of it. And then when you're happy with that and you're ready to share, you can choose to just save the image direct to your camera roll, or you can go straight to social media, Instagram or Facebook. There's lots of options there, and you can actually write your Instagram caption from within the Lightroom app.